Why do so many white people get on podcasts, get on TikTok, and talk about how their children don't bathe or how they don't bathe? I feel like there's something to discuss here about whiteness and how it is viewed as clean and pure and better and primary and default. And really, the history goes to show that white people have always been disgusting. Indigenous people, African people, they were bathing, and many of them noted that the first sign of Europeans was their stench, that they were just putrid. And I do think a lot of the reason why people of color in America are so clean, smell so good, have to have their hair done, have to have their makeup done, is because of upward mobility, because the standard for them is so much higher than it is for white people. Like, white women can just walk into Target with a messy bun and sweatpants, and it's like, oh, look at her, like, she could be a multi-millionaire, her husband could be an entrepreneur, yet a black woman is not afforded that same luxury. So I really feel like white women are just rubbing that level of privilege in when they go on podcasts or come on TikTok and talk about how their kids don't bathe.
I can't go into 2024 without making sure everyone knows this. I realized why, as white people, we are not typically taught to wash our legs. And it's because the people who have been teaching us how to function as adults believe in trickle-down economy.
The perception that Europeans don't like bathing properly is largely rooted in stereotypes, misconceptions, and cultural differences regarding hygiene practices. Historically, there were periods in Europe, particularly during the Middle Ages, when bathing was less common due to limited access to water, religious beliefs, or health concerns. However, modern hygiene practices across Europe today are on par with global standards.
I don't say we avoid bathing, but we bathe very rarely.
Oh my God, I'm so happy that you're talking about this.
Yeah.
She didn't have a bath for 5 months of her life.
Yeah, we didn't bathe her for the first whole part of her childhood. And now we basically bathe her as she asks for it because it's fun, or she's exceptionally dirty.
We really wanted to keep her skin microbiome as healthy and intact. Even if it's just rinsing with water, our water has chlorine in it and all kinds of other preservatives and different chemicals that I just didn't want to expose her to.
This show and being married to my wife has opened me up to so many more thought processes like this, because I think so many of us are conditioned, but if you really strip it down and think about it, obviously we lived this way naturally for a very long time. I think you put up the commercial city constraints and people change their behavior. So it's coming back to a more primal way of life.
Now that you guys are saying this, that makes a lot of sense to just let it be. And I feel like as a mother too, you have intuition to know when they need a bath.
Do you use a washcloth?
No, me either.
I think
disgusting.
Am I scrubbing my body with a washcloth?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I know. I think we're.
That is like a UTI waiting to happen.
I think we're in the minority. I really do. No, I think we are.
People use washcloths?
I think so.
For their body?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What are you washing your butt with?
My hands. I mean, what? I would never. I would never. I'm crying. Would never do that. I'd burn the wash.
I remember being told that I don't need to scrub my legs because the soap runs down my body. I remember being told that I didn't need to shower today because we had swam at the lake. I remember being told that shampoo is fine because it runs down, it washes everything. I don't remember being told how to clean my vajayjay. I remember being not the only white girl in the army learning how to wash properly from the black girls. And they laughed a little bit too, but they stood with us and taught us with love. My mother-in-law has taught me more about myself than my actual mother did. I'm not gonna laugh at you because you don't understand the context of these messages. It is listen to black women and protect black women till I die.
Hygiene is definitely cultural. It's a cultural thing and it's a cultural issue. So I have properties that people live in, or they short-term lease in or long-term lease in. And I can tell you the most cleanest people that I've came across, you think what you're going to think, but I'm going to tell you just from my experience. I've had different ethnicities live in certain places or short-term live in certain places that I have, okay? I could say the most cleanest people who take pride in their appearance and how they treat things that are nice, in their wherever they're living, they take care of it, is black people. It's black people, unless it's wealthy white people, okay, who are older. Then I've came across people who are wealthy staying at like short-term rentals. They know how to care about things properly, but Black people be extremely clean. They take so much pride in their appearance and how they treat things. Like even like some of the Black, I hate saying Black on here. It sounds so weird, but some of the people that I've worked with, they're extremely clean with even personal items. Like I remember I had one lady and her man, they stayed somewhere and they had she had, I don't know how her hair was, but she said she laid her towels on the pillows at one of my short-term properties so that she wouldn't stain up the white pillows. And when she had her monthly, she laid her towel, her own, y'all, she bought her own towel. She didn't use the white towels to stain them with her monthly. So she put the towel down for her monthly. And y'all, I've had people who are not Black bleed up furniture. And that sounds disgusting, but it's just like, it is. Like, why would somebody do that? That's trifling. Why would you bleed up a bed or a couch? You know you're on your period. But I say this to say that a lot of people are not clean, and a lot of Black people are really, really clean. We take really good pride in our appearance and how we clean our body.
My children probably bathe maybe once a week.
Can you talk to him
Maybe,
about
and
this?
they don't use.
Michael's
You know,
Michael's a fourth Japanese. He
one
thinks they have
time-
to bathe every day. Can you?
One time we had somebody on and they were talking about this, and when the clip went viral and they said we were abusing people, I was like,
oh Lord.
They said something about privilege too. I was like, what? I didn't know
No,
how that
I
works.
said that I did delayed bathing with both my kids.
After they were
Yes,
born.
that's because why would you need to? Why are they dirty?
Talk to us about how you only bathe your kids once a week. I want to know more about that.
Well, first off, I just let my kids do what they want to do. I have 4 children. I'm not going to fight with my kids over little stupid things like bathing.
Agreed.
Like,
What's the age gap again?
Almost 10, 7, 5, and 2.
Woo, you're in it.
Yeah.
So you don't make them bathe every day. You'll just do when they want to once a week.
If it's once a week, like now they swim. We have a pool and they swim in the summer. So I guess we call that bathing. So it's probably even less than that, but no, we tell it like our kids have autonomy over their bodies and their rooms, assuming, and they can make all the choices around that, assuming they're safe.
Do you wash your legs in the shower?
No.
I do it if I have like plans.
Maybe I need to work on that.
My legs, bro, I wash my whole body.
Yes, and yes. What kind of question is that?
You have to. So why your legs specific?
Because I find in the white English culture, people say, there's no need.
They don't wash their legs?
No.
Their legs like down here?
What other legs you know, bro?
The only thing as a man that you pay special attention to is this area and the little armpits, and that's it.
So you see washing legs as like an effeminate thing?
I'm not going to go on record saying it's effeminate, but I've never seen a man take special care for their legs, you know what I'm saying?
How come they don't wash their legs?
Jason said it's not needed.
Well, that one is strange, man, because once I go shower, I got to wash from my head to my toe.
I even wash the walls to make sure.
But I'm gonna say no, unless I shave.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. Yeah, doesn't everybody?
No, a lot of white people don't.
A lot of white people don't apparently. Wash their legs in the shower.
That's a bit mad, I wash my thighs. Obviously, I do the balls, do the thighs, but sometimes I leave the shins in that, bro, and then I wash my feet. So, yeah, weird one, that.
Like, that is disgusting. I'm sorry. I grew up taking a bath every single night. My parents brushed my hair every single night, brushed my hair every single morning. It wasn't that big of a deal. When I got older, I was given deodorant and face wash, and that, like, I have actually been showering twice a day, often, like, especially in the summer, morning and night showers, especially if I'm pregnant. Sometimes I would shower 3 times a day. Like, wash yourself. Wash yourself. My sons do not go to bed unless they're clean. I don't want their dirty bodies in their bed. And then every time they get into bed, it's dirty from the day. That's just my own opinion. But I do think that the larger discussion here about whiteness and why white people love to bring it up, love to talk about it. It's like they know somewhere that they are given the power to not have to bathe their kids and still be given so many privileges.
What do you bathe with when you're taking a shower? Let's find out what the boys use. What do you bathe when you take a shower?
Towel.
Washcloth. What about you?
My hands.
Okay.
The rest of this video confirms that most white dudes apply body wash with their hands in the shower. I was the same. But let me show you something that I think all people, mostly white dudes, should use in the shower to apply body wash. So I went from using my hands just with body wash on it where I could reach, to a bar of soap, which big improvement, to this exfoliating washcloth. And when I tell you, the first time I experienced this, it was incredible. I can't ever go back. This is the best. You have it. You can scrub the soap right here, and then guess what? Scrub all down your back. Scrub all down your back, baby. That's it. It's incredible. So, white guys, from another white guy, get an exfoliating washcloth and clean your body, you dirty mother. Get one.
A white teacher was asking for stereotypes, and I said white people don't bath.
Hey!
And then she sent me to the
Hey! But let's be honest, because honesty is a great policy.
It is.
To have. The clips that I've seen on social media of people that don't bath are usually white people. I rarely see black people saying I don't bath. It's just a thing. We bath a day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this 3 times a week business. So that lady made in that time.
3 times a week. That's a thing. No, it is a thing.
It's understandable. Do you get me? So
big up all the white people that bath every day because.
No, shout out Uno. But yeah, not bathing every day is wild. Like I understand when you have a little lazy day.
Yeah.
You ain't been working or you're at home. Fine, you're in your own space. But the minute you go into public space,
you need to
be considerate of other people's noses.
You know what? Honestly, I love the white people in this, so don't be offended. But back in school, what used to really make me feel uncomfortable?
Talk to me, because if it's the same thing as me, I'll vomit now. Me.
You know when white people eat pasta? Yeah?
Oh, I hated it.
You see the
no,
red pasta?
I hated it.
It actually, to this day, it proper makes me feel sick. Is that the same one?
Yes, because I was about to say, you see this here?
Yeah.
And then you're talking to me, I'm like, just do this, or
when they have the dry sides or the ones with the pasta?
No, pasta here.
No, pasta.
Because there used to be ravioli when I was in school, yeah? But also, what I hate is spit here.
Yeah, That
can make me, like, genuinely vomit. Like, I
vomit,
can feel sick. Like, even think about it now. I could on this table right now, I could just...
You could just release...
What is getting in the shower without washing your legs? Trickle down hygienity, right? It doesn't work. So just a reminder, when you're in the shower, white people, we need to be singing head, shoulders, knees, and toes, right? We need to wash everything in between those parts. I believe in you. We can undo all of our problematic things that we keep passing on, and we can wash our legs. We can. We really can. And we can teach others to do that as well.
According to historical accounts, the Moors are widely credited with introducing or significantly improving hygiene practices in part of Europe, particularly in the Iberian Peninsula, by promoting regular bathing and the use of soap, which were not as prevalent in European society at the time, essentially teaching Europeans about better hygiene standards. First off, let's rewind to history. During the Middle Ages, bathing in Europe had a bit of a PR problem. Houses, which were common in ancient Rome, started disappearing due to concerns about spreading disease like the plague. Plus, some religious belief painted bathing as well sinful. The result, people bathe less and the stereotypes talk. One big factor, cultural differences. In other regions like part of Africa, Asia, or Latin America, frequent bathing is a must because of the heat and sweat. But in cooler European climates, where you do not sweat as much, a daily shower might feel like enough or even unnecessary to some. Another reason, environmental consciousness. Many Europeans are super mindful of water usage. In countries like Germany or the Netherlands, water conservation is a big deal. Shorter showers or skipping a day here and there is not laziness, it is eco-friendly. Pop culture has a role here. Movies, TV shows, and even internet memes have exaggerated this stereotype, making it seem more widespread than it is really is. Remember, stereotypes do not always reflect reality. They are just oversimplified stories. Here is the truth. Europeans, like everyone else, value hygiene. Sure, habits might vary. Some might prefer a quick rinse, a sponge bath, or dry shampoo, but it is far from neglect. The idea that Europeans do not bath properly, more of a myth than reality in 2025. So next time someone throws this stereotype out there, you have got the facts to clear things up. Stereotypes are funny, but they are not always fair.